Dear Sauron, even the wise might fear to withstand the 9, as Gandalf says. These are the 9 rings used to corrupt men. Well, duh. This is why men are easier to fool. They just didn't need to be the ring bearers like Bilbo and Frodo would. As we have mentioned earlier, the time for the elves in Numenor are gone, while the time for the men is just beginning, which is pure evidence that our glory days of the powers were long gone as well. Even though men were easier to fool, that goes to show you were much stronger back then, as you were able to deceive the Numenorians. Meanwhile, Frodo also finds what delayed Gandalf, which we do know about, as Gandalf had a fight and was captured by Saruman, which we certainly approve. The fruits of our work are shown all the way from before Gandalf left, as he was still in the Shire, with his judgment clouded as he rode to the southern borders. At first he thought it was one of us, but then he found out it was Radagast who would inform him of the Nazgul. They have taken the guise of riders in black, he says. Soon after, he was following the hobbits all alone. However, he was able to escape Weathertop, though he couldn't find Frodo. That was because our Nazgul captured him when he wore the ring. We always know how to find the most hidden places to destroy. See, I think we both know now that Frodo's our chief victim, as he was the one with your ring. This is all about what we are after. We are all about lies, sneakiness, and deception, as we don't create, but rather we destroy. The essence of the lie is that it allows us to reclaim our power so that your ring will remain yours. Our lie to our subjects, that they will achieve immortality by going into the West, was our key to destroying Numenor. However, now, our subjects are wiser, as they know the ring as more than just a magic ring, which they didn't before. See, with the Numenorians, we targeted the kings that were proud and greedy, as they were most likely to be jealous and desire immortality of the Eldar and the Valar. Then, after that, we had to start targeting the ring bearers. We convinced Isildur to keep the ring, which he did, even as Elrond counseled him to give it up. Now, we hear Gandalf talking about being swayed by Saruman. As he writes to Frodo, he was en route to Saruman's gate, as Saruman called him to the foot of Orthanc and saw a ring on his finger. Saruman was initially a chief member of the Istari, though we were able to sway him to come to our side. As a result, we rejoiced as he amassed himself as one of us, as Frodo talks about how fitting it was that he had a dream about this very moment, without knowing that the deed really happened. The truth was that Gandalf's plight was much worse than what Frodo heard. Cha-ching! See, first it seemed to him that Radagast had also fallen. Then, Saruman would try to undo his plot, as this is what we are about. Then one of the eagles, Gwahir, found Gandalf standing on the pinnacle, as the eagles saw many things on our part, the mustering of orcs, gathering of wolves, and the 9 riders, all whom knew about the escape of Gollum, who had the ring about a few hundred years ago. Then Gandalf was sent to Rohan, which unfortunately signified his gaining of wisdom on the ring as he saw Saruman's lies. Saruman just wanted to see what's going on, but Gandalf had to take things way too far by messing with your ring. This is our time to shine, as Aragorn would say, your forces are stronger than ever before. Then Saruman must be a noble heart indeed, he says, and it grieves me more than many tidings I might seem worse to learn that Sauron levies such tribute. It was not so when last I was in that land. It's time for us to strengthen our forces so your ring and our powers would remain ours. Notice how I keep going back to this? This is because this is our main goal that we're working towards. Much like the hobbits in the future fellowship are planning on casting a ring, and subsequently our powers, into the fire, we are planning on strengthening our forces so that our powers would remain ours. Elrond will be saddened to hear this news, and this is also where we rejoice. Until now, he was blissfully unaware that Saruman successfully became one of us, Who would have thought? Mwahahaha. After all, he was originally the chief member of the Istari. Meanwhile, he reveals to the council that the ring can't be destroyed by him or Elrond, and Galdor suspects that you, Sauron, will expect them to take the Western Way when you learn what has befallen. Another reason why we must strengthen our forces to keep the council from succeeding in their task to destroy the ring into the fire. Elrond unfortunately confirms what we have feared all along. The ring must be shunned. It will be watched. Too often the elves have fled that way. Now at this last we must take a hard road, a road unforeseen. There lies our hope, if hope it be, to walk into peril to Mordor. We must send the ring into the fire. Then Frodo would dare ask how Saruman came to be. We'll tell you, Frodo. It's because Saruman used to be the chief Istari, though he became one of us. But since we are all about deception, we were able to hide that from Gandalf, who so dearly trusted him for longer than he would know. It also goes to show we did the same with Frodo. Elrond would say that they can't use it, as it belongs to you, after Boromir wants to take the ring to Minas Tirith and use it. The very desire of it corrupts the heart, said he, as he describes why you made the ring. For nothing is evil in the beginning, even you, Sauron, were not so. Meanwhile, Bilbo would offer to finish the quest, perhaps to have something to write in his book, or also because we have made the ring so that it is impossible to resist. After all, your ring, Sauron, gave Bilbo invisibility and youthfulness that few his age were able to achieve. Gandalf commends his offer, though suggested that since Bilbo has had the ring for quite a while, he would rather the ring go to one of the 4 hobbits. We shall see who it is. Your Honorable Master, Morgoth. P.S. See, the reason why Gandalf didn't appoint the task to Bilbo is because he thinks Bilbo is too old. Those hobbits, poor mortals. After all, you and I are thousands of years old, and were when you forged the One Ring. P.P.S. Elrond appointed the task to Frodo, saying that if he doesn't, no one else can. You don't really need to know this anyways, just as long as you find the ring bearer one day. This is because our enemy, through that small voice of his, said, I will take the ring, though I do not know the way. This means we must wait and see. He does, however, get recognized again as an elf friend along with the likes of Hador, Hurin, Turin, and Beren, which brings some of the worst memories as we hang our heads low in misery, waiting for our next attack. I have a horrible feeling that the ring might actually be destroyed.